Hello, my friends. Welcome to Together Run 76. It's a beautiful, I don't know if I dare call it spring. Feels springy morning. Oh, I can even see some what's the word? Condensation? No. Where it's like mist, like water vapor coming off the grass as it's being melted by the sun or evaporating by the sun. I'm going to connect today just to some moss on my tree, reminding me to be grounded. I want you to connect to some element of nature yourself. Find something connects you to nature. If you can't find something, just feel your feet on the ground. Are you ready? Right, let's begin. In 3, 2, and 1. Off we go. Together Run 76. If this is your first Together Run, welcome. I am literally taking you on a run with me. This is something we do every Monday, and it is what it seems like. You can hear my footsteps, you can hear my breathing, just carrying a microphone with me on my run. And we're going to do some meditative elements to this. Just going to connect in with our bodies, our minds. We've already connected in with nature, and then we're going to have a bit of a conversation. So we'll see how you feel as we go along, and see how I feel as we go along. Do have something small to add to make this slightly different to usual, and that is did I explain this now? I think I might do the body scan and then I'll explain it. Yeah, I think I want to get us going on our meditative elements. So the first thing we're going to be doing is a body scan. And what that's going to mean is that we are going to scan our way down from our heads all the way down to our toes. Just checking in with each of the parts of our body. I'm going to call them out for you so you can just be in those areas that I'm speaking to, and putting yourself in that area, seeing how it feels, and moving down gently. Okay, so you ready? Okay. Starting at the top of your head, working your way down, checking in with those eyes, making sure they're not scrunched or tight or holding any tension as you continue on down through your nose and into your mouth. Again, making sure you're not clenching your teeth or holding on to any tension there. As we check in with the back of our head, come back around to the front, going into our chin and in the front of your neck, going round to the back of your neck. Just continuing to check in as we work our way down our arms, going down into the upper arm, into the elbow, around the elbow, into your forearm, your wrist, your hand, and your fingers. As we come back to the main part of the torso, checking in with your shoulders, going into your chest, going down through the back, the upper back, heading into the lower back, going round the front to your stomach as we check in with the hips and pelvis. Continuing on down into the quad, going down through the hamstrings. As you continue on down through the back of your knee, going into the front of your knee, continuing down into the calf and shin, working your way down into the ankle, the inner ankle, and the outer ankle. Checking in with your heel and arch, the top of your arch, going into the ball of your foot and to your toes. How's everything feeling? Me, a little bit sluggish overall, but nothing specifically is feeling tight or bothered. That's good. Okay, so the next thing we're going to be doing is going into our senses check-in, and what that means is we're going to take turns paying attention to each of our 5 major senses, the ones that we use on a day-to-day basis to make sense of our world, or the ones we can focus on. And so we're going to end with sight, because that is our most overused sense. And we're going to begin by taking, in your own time, I recognize you're running, 2 nice deep breaths. So let's go ahead and do that now. It's not easy to do when you're running, is it? But we do the best we can. Okay. So what do you smell? For me, I smell fresh. It's a very, fresh spring smell. What do you taste? Even though I've brushed my teeth, I still taste the lingering effect or flavour of it. I got some creamer yesterday. I keep trying different creamers, like anything that's not that textbook American creamer brand, and they're like, I don't know, I can't remember the name of them, just like the creamer everyone has. It comes in vanilla or hazelnut or whatever. The main creamer. Trying everything but that. And everything has not been my favourite, including the one I tried today, which was like, I should have known, it said like keto friendly on the front. It said it was like sweet cream flavoured. So I was like, oh, that might work. No, I still taste the like artificialness of it. So yeah, that was a no. So yeah, that's what I taste. So then the next one is going to be hearing. So I'm going to ask you, if you like, you can take off your headphones and listen to your surroundings, or if you prefer to listen to mine, you can leave your headphones in and just check in with my surroundings, with your surroundings. Just listen, be in your ears for all the sounds that you hear. So let's go ahead and do that now. few more seconds. Okay, what was it you heard? The sounds you usually pay attention to, things that just kind of blend in when you're busy thinking about other things or running by usually. That's the point of this, is to reconnect us and to remind us of all that's going on around us. I heard one of the noises I heard, it did jump out to me right when I told you to go listen to your sounds, was the sound of water dripping in a drain. We had a lot of rain yesterday, and that was quite a pleasant sound, but also one that is not usually one I hear. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is be in our bodies and just pay attention to what we feel. Texture, tactile, a sense of touch. What is it? Where's your attention being drawn? Let your attention follow it wherever it goes, and just be in your body. So let's go ahead and do that now. If you are distracted, gently pull yourself back. Stay a little bit longer. Where's your attention being drawn? Alright, I'm just going to let you know, those of you who do this often, I'm breaking out of my loop right now. I've just went a different way to start, and now I'm just leaving my usual loop because I started on it, and I'm going to make myself go somewhere different today. Okay, what did you feel? Where was your attention being drawn within your body? I'd love to hear. I wish I could hear. For me, got some attention on my fingers, got some attention on the core of my body, just starting to get quite warm. Maybe 2 layers was a bit too much. My attention is on my breathing, feels a little strained today. And just the sunshine, I feel it on my body, the warm. Okay, and last, our final sense, our overused sense, are the one we rely on the most for most of us, sense of vision, sight. I want you to take some time to take in your surroundings, but I want you to, as always, make sure while you can follow wherever your eyes want to go around you, making sure you look left and right and up and down and all around, but make sure at some point you find something with detail, something that you wouldn't typically notice on a run, but because you're highly connected to your body right now and to this run, you are noticing it. So I just saw one I said earlier about the condensation. I see more of it coming off a tree right now. So the tree looks like it's steaming. Okay, off you go. Few more seconds. Okay, what is it you saw? What caught your attention? What detail did you notice? For me, the tree I mentioned, I also saw a little patch of leaves by the drain that were shaded, and they were still frost covered, and the leaves that were in that same pile that were in the sun were no longer frost covered. So it's just interesting to see. All right, thank you for doing your senses check-in, body scan, your nature check-in. I'm going to do a mental health check-in next. So I'm going to ask you, and I want you to just be with yourself. I'm going to give you a few minutes, and I'm going to ask you, how are you? Really? I don't want to hear the, yeah, good, thanks you version. How are you really? Just explore what's going on. There's lots of emotions at any one time. And I will mention to you afterwards why I said this is going to be a little bit different. But I don't want to impact your answer. So let's go ahead. How are you? Really? drifted off, gently bring yourself back. How are you, really? Few more seconds. Okay, thank you for checking in with your body, with your mind, with your surroundings. Hope you're feeling nice and connected in this run. Definitely something that I don't do much other than these runs. As much as I trying to be conscious about it, it can be easy to slip back into old patterns, right? So we can just keep being appreciative for these runs we do have and trying to remember it as much as we can. Okay, so before I explain how I am really, I am doing this. It's essentially a gratitude challenge, but it's not as simple as it seems. I'm currently with Sid Baptista, who is, former podcast guest, 2-time podcast guest. And Sid and I started this 6 days ago. 7 days ago? Yeah. And it's tied to The Secret. Those of you who know that book, that movie, it's about the law of attraction. And I know for many, Steve included, really struggle with the idea of this. It's a bit woo-woo, a bit out there. But I think it it's more just like making a self-fulfilling prophecy work in your favor. And while I will say that even in doing this challenge for a week, amazing things have happened. Like you would not believe. On the days talking about money, both Sid and I had amazing things just fall in our lap that weren't even explainable. And so essentially this is you focusing on gratitude, but also each day has you doing different challenges. There's a book, and I'll put a link in the show notes, called The Magic, again tied to The Secret, and it has you do this 30-day challenge, and each day you have to do these kind of assignments. So don't take that long total, but they do require conscious thought and do require energy throughout the day. And so every day I start with a gratitude thing of 10 things I am truly grateful for, writing it out, writing why I'm grateful for each of those things, and then reading them back to myself and saying thank you, thank you, thank you in a genuine and authentic way while I think about that thing. And every day you end with holding this rock that you have found on one of the early days that is your gratitude rock. You end the day thinking about all the good things that happened that day and what the best thing of the day was. And then in between there's tasks that are related to that day. So the reason, firstly, if this is something you feel that you need in your life, again, I'll put a link in the show notes. Sid and I are doing this because we both we talk often, and we were both in a bit of a state of negativity, and we both happen to, you know, the secret really resonates and aligns with us. And again, it doesn't have to be about the secret law of attraction. The movie is a bit cheesy, but it is about gratitude, and genuine gratitude. So we just, Sid suggested it, and I said, yeah, let's do it. So if you want to do it with us, if you've been feeling negative lately, feeling like you need something's got to change, this might be worth trying. And already I can feel the difference. And the reason I mention this today is because today my task, my challenge is to try to counter, try not to say out loud any negative thought or point. And if I do find myself doing it, to counter it immediately with, I'm so grateful for, I'm so grateful that. And while I don't think we can truly, control our thoughts in that way, nor should we try, it's exhausting. This is something that I can do for one day, and can also, just pay attention and notice how many times I'm complaining. And I did another part of the exercise this morning was about reframing a negative situation in your life. And so I did that. So my point is, while in the how are you really, I want to honour how I am feeling, but I might be a bit more thoughtful with the way that I'm wording it today, because this is my one day challenge with this. Okay. And maybe, even if you don't want to do the whole thing, it could be a challenge for you to pay attention to your negative thoughts and things you say or complain about in your life. So, alright. Okay, so how am I really? Feeling winded going up this hill, having left my safe spot. I am excited. Taking my gloves off, that's what I'm doing. I'm excited. We are going to a holy festival this afternoon, and I did that last year with the girls, and it was so fun. Bailey loved it. Chloe was a bit bewildered and had a look of what the F on her face the whole time. But I think she's now old enough to where she should be able to see it a bit differently and watch her sister. So I'm excited for that. Although also prepared that she may not. I am feeling good about things. I feel optimistic. I feel confident. I feel valued, and that what I do matters. And I'm not just saying these things because I said, I want to keep the negative thoughts out. I mean, this challenge really is making me look at my life so differently. Even when things aren't maybe going the way I had initially hoped, I do feel good. What else? I also feel nervous, excited that I entered the lottery for Canyon de Chelly, which is, I know, a race those of you who are aware of what I'm up to I talk about often because it's been on my heart for many years. entered the lottery. They did a drawing. Actually, I think it's today. So I think by the time you hear this, I think I'll know. So, nervous, excited to get into that. Or is it tomorrow? I can't remember, I have to look. Either way, nervous, excited for the opportunity. Oh, 30-minute group, come to a walk. Wow, we're at 30 minutes already. Oh, that was quick. 30-minute group, come to a walk. I'll finish this and then we'll do some strides. To do that race, but also to find out if I got in. I have to say, I'll admit, this is very privileged to say, this is the first time I've ever done a lottery race. Oh, there's that big beautiful tree. All right, I'm going to come to a stop for a second, friends. I actually want you to do the same. Take a picture of you on your run. I'm going to pause my watch. On your run, I don't care what the surroundings are, I just want to see you, really. And I'm going to take a picture of this beautiful tree I've told you about before. Okay, I'm going to do that now. So big, I don't know if you can tell how big it is. So wide. I'm going to take a picture of it further away. Alright, take a picture of you. I don't care what your surroundings look like. I don't care what you look like. It's hard to see. I did keep recording though. Okay, alright. Everyone taking a picture? We're going to go straight into stride together. So that's going to be 10 to 15 seconds from walk or from standing. 10 to 15 seconds of 80% of your max. And you are just going to try and take more steps, not bigger steps, even though the word... Oh, my gloves just threw them into the water. Whoops. Even though the word says stride, which makes you think you should be taking big steps. Okay, ready? 3, 2, and 1. Off we go. Okay, come to a jog or a walk. 30-minute group, you can come to a walk. The rest of us come to a jog. We'll take another minute or so and then we'll do another one. Well, not maybe a minute, probably 45 seconds. And we'll do another one. And then 30-minute group can be on your way. If you could check out my Red S recovery resource on YouTube. If you could leave a rating and review on iTunes. Thank you to the few of you who have done that recently. I'd love some more of those rating and reviews on iTunes. That would mean a lot. And Becoming a Sustainable Runner is coming out later this year. The pre-orders are literally what gets it on the bestseller list. So please, if you can pre-order, it's available on, Amazon, bookshop.org, Waterstones in the UK, and Amazon is worldwide, and Barnes & Noble. Right, ready? 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. Okay, come to a jog or a walk, 30-minute group. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll put a link to the book, The Magic, as well. And The Secret is the name of the documentary and book. Thank you for listening. See you next time. For the rest of us, okay, so I think I finished. How was I? Mental. I think that tree I took a picture of, no, it definitely looks like the base is one tree. Kind of looks like two trees stuck together. But definitely looks like it's got lots of trunks stuck together. So one of you, thank you for Jeremy who told me the word is an arborist, who is a tree person. So if anyone out there is an arborist, please help me. Look at the show notes to see what that tree is. Tell me what it is. Alright, I need to put my gloves back on. So you can keep running. I'm just going to stop, get my gloves back on. My hands are cold. Right. Gloves that are now wet from being in a puddle. Okay. Alright. Okay, so next, gloves that also need a wash. Phew. If this is your first time doing a together run, I want you to spend the next few minutes telling me what you would tell me if we were running together. A little about yourself, who you are, whatever you want to share. If this is your more than first together run, I want you to spend the next few minutes telling me what you've been up to, whether it's been 1 week since we ran together, or 3 months, or a year even. What have you been up to? What updates do you have? So let's go ahead and do that now. If you've wandered off, gently bring yourself back. What have you been up to? Last few seconds. Okay. Thank you for sharing. If you want to share your picture we took earlier on social media, I'd love to see where you were running, see your face while we were running. Again, I don't care what you look like. It's just me envisioning us running together. It makes it easier for me when I'm feeling stressed and overwhelmed and either don't want to get out for a run at all or don't want to do a together run, that I can think about and picture you running with me. Okay. For me, what have I been up to since last week? Well, doing this gratitude challenge, the magic. Chloe was sick with a cough a lot of the week, so I slowed down a lot more than, I intended, so that's okay. Got lots of extra snuggles with her and appreciated the snuggles. She's such a good cuddler. She loves to press her face against mine, lie on the couch together, like really close to each other, and like press her face up against mine. And I love that. and she was home for a bit more than she usually is. I recorded some podcasts. You may have heard seen on social, the episode with Sally Bergerson and Dave Spandorfer. Sally is, of course, the founder of Oiselle. And for those of you who aren't familiar with Oiselle, it's the one spelled Oiselle. And female-run, female-led clothing brand, amazing company. And Dave Spandorfer, the CEO and co-founder of Janji, have become merged together in a partnership of equals, which essentially means they're sharing all the boring tasks, the logistical stuff, but they're remaining two separate brands with two separate personalities. And I think it's really good for the industry. And I got to be the one on Monday to interview them about this, and to be the one to get the scoop. I'm never normally the one that breaks the news, but that was a quick turnaround for our team, and I'm thankful especially to Jeremy, Sally and Kelsey for allowing us to turn that around so quickly. But it was really cool. I asked all the questions you've been wondering, it was a really great conversation. Recorded some other podcasts, trying to come together a plan for book launch. Becoming a Sustainable Runner comes out August 1st. Because again, while I want to get on the New York Times bestseller list, it's not likely to happen, but I want to know that I did everything I could to try. And so you pre-ordering is a massive help, and also trying to get thoughtful with got places to go to promote the book, but also I'm not going to be flying around like some authors you see, like Boston one day and then Texas the next, and then Michigan, and then Florida. For obvious reasons with climate, I'm not comfortable doing that. So I'm trying to be strategic and minimal with the travel that I take. But yeah, there will be quite a few of the major cities that I'm trying to either drive to or hit when I'm doing something else, so I can get to lots of places, but maybe in chunks. What else have I been up to? Last weekend Steve was gone all weekend, so it's pretty chill. Definitely feeling a lot better at home here than I was before my trip to California a few weeks ago, so I'm once again really glad I did that. That was really needed for me. Anything else? Can't really think of much else, actually. I was interviewed on Chris McClung's Rogue Running podcast yesterday, and he put it out the same day, so that's all about RED-S, if you want to go listen to that. Relative energy deficiency in sport, which is what I created, free on YouTube, all free resource for runners to learn about RED-S and why it's not just for skinny elite runners, far from it. So Chris is amazing, also a good friend, so I would encourage you to listen to that. I think that's it. So about a minute and a half before 45-minute group comes to a walk. So let's go ahead and do a body scan at your own pace, whatever feels right for you. Let's go ahead and do that now. Let's go St. Louis cones. I wonder what that's about. That's the racing company. Sorry, get back to your body scan. Final few seconds. Okay, how's your body feeling now compared to at the beginning? Come to a walk, 45-minute group. Yeah, just check in with yourself. How are you feeling? We'll take about 30 seconds or so, but we'll do a stride, take a little break, and do another one. Sorry I interrupted. Just was surprised if there's a race going on or something here today. It's kind of weird. Okay, we ready? 3, 2, and 1. Up you go. All right, come to a jog. If you're in the 60, a walk. If you're in the 45, we'll take a little bit of time now. Then we'll do one more before 45-minute group. You can be on your way and you can upload your picture, social media, or send it to me. Really love seeing you. And if you're not comfortable doing that, taking a screenshot of the podcast and sharing that on social media. Yes, even if you have 50 followers, you never know what friend of yours could be like, oh, well, that's cool. There's a 30-minute one. I can do that, you know? So please share it. It really helps me out, and you could be helping your community. More cones. All right, are we ready? 3, 2, and 1. Okay, come to a jog or a walk. 45-minute crew. Thank you so much for joining. Lots of links in the show notes. Go check those out. If you want to join the magic challenge with us, you're welcome to. I'd love to hear how you get on. If you need a kickstart. And I'll see you on Friday for a podcast. Oh, don't go yet. I have something exciting to tell you. God, I can't believe I've missed this. Those of you who are original Running for Real people will know Sarah Crouch and I are close friends. And not only that, but Sarah is hilarious and has the best stories. Like, your tears in your eyes stories when she shares. Sarah and I are going to be doing a new weekly podcast, still going to be on Running for Real, a 15-minute episode, short episode of us just sharing a story, answering a question, talking about it together, hopefully light-hearted and fun, But I promise you with Sarah, you are going to be glad you listened. She is amazing on podcasts. And so that will be coming soon. So if you're not subscribed to Running for Real, go ahead and do that now, because those are going to drop sometime this month, or in the next month, and you're not going to want to miss it, because it's going to be fun and so different to what we do in the other things. So make sure you subscribe, because those are coming. All right, thanks for joining 60 group. We have about 11 minutes left. We'll do some strides at about 58 minutes, and I'm gonna head back towards my house. So I always end up, when I don't go on my trusted loop, I end up too far away. So we're gonna head back now. So there's the lovely daffodils. We've got our flowers starting to come out now. And last year, I did mention this, but in case you missed it, we had our front yard landscaped by people who do only native landscaping. So it was all plants and bushes and I don't know, whatever, that are native to this area. And so now they're starting to come out. It's interesting to see what things are native. And I was surprised to see mini daffodils are coming out. So I guess they must be a native plant to this area. But it's kind of fun to see some of the other ones. And not only that, but then when I'm picking up Bailey and Chloe, I can now notice which other houses have these native plants, especially the more rare looking ones. So I can be like, oh cool, you've got these ones too. So, and these plants are obviously all maximized so that they, help the pollinators. That's the primary purpose, is they are here for the pollinators that, as we know, are so critical to our survival, really. And so, yeah, it's exciting to see and really fun to see how it's unfolding as the days are passing. And also, I don't know about you, if your spring is starting to show where you are, but yeah, we're starting to get a lot of flowers coming through, and it feels really good. I feel really attuned this year to paying attention to the early signs of spring and noticing the different types of buds on different types of flowers and trees, and watching them progress day by day. One of the things I've been doing since coming back from California is leaving my phone at home when I walked the girls to school and when I pick them up in the afternoon. So it means that's really in the morning 35 minutes, maybe in the afternoon 35 minutes to an hour without my phone on me, and it feels good, really good. I mean, there's a few times I'll be like, oh, look at that flower, look at that piece of nature, and I can't take a picture. But in some ways that's good, because I'm actually just enjoying it for me, not to share it with anyone else, because we all have our own nature around, right? And then I've been putting my phone on Do Not Disturb a lot more, which has been so good for me as well. So yeah, I don't know why I was sharing that, but I was. I'm starting to need to go to the bathroom. So, about 7 minutes. Do I try and hold on? Do I start looking for a porta potty? Not sure. Let's see what we see, I suppose. Alright, friends, what can we do at this point? As I feel like I've been talking a lot. I'm going to ask you to, in terms of my challenge, I want you to think about some things in your life that, maybe one thing in your life that you are finding it difficult to be positive about. So I'll give you a minute to think about that. So go ahead and take a minute. What are you having a hard time being positive about right now in your life? Got something? Okay. And now I want you to just spend another minute thinking about things surrounding that, of what you are grateful for about that situation. So some things maybe loosely tied to it. So, if it was I'm unemployed, the complementing thing would be I get extra time with people I love. So let's just go ahead and have you do that now. Maybe try and get 5. Okay? Let's do that now. Okay. It can be even the smallest of things. That job situation, it could be that I got to drink my coffee not in a rush this morning. Few more seconds. If you've gone past 5, keep going. I did 10 this morning for mine. Alright, thank you for doing that. And while that isn't a fix-all with everything, it is good for us to do and be reminded of the things that have come from something that sometimes we get stuck in as only bad. Alright, so we are going to do two more strides in about 20 seconds. We'll have a jog in between, and then we'll come to a walk, check in with nature, and you'll be on your way. Hopefully checking out the links, sharing a screenshot of your phone to show you were listening to this. Alright, you ready? 3, 2, and 1, off you go. Okay, come to a jog. Take another 45 seconds or so, and we'll do one more. I'm going to turn this corner and then we're going to go. Okay, ready? 3, 2 and 1, off you go. And come to a jog. I'm going to finish up this last minute and then we'll be on our way. Okay, come to a walk. Find some way to connect with nature, some element to ground you. Thank you so much for joining. Check out those links in the show notes. I appreciate you, and I'll see you next time.